Okay.
Now?
She wants it on camera.
Yeah. Okay, I will start over.
Man, I feel so bad for Tamlin.
I already do not like this person.
Amarantha becomes obsessed with him. She meets him during the war. During the war, he's a child. So this lady is obsessed with him for a while. And then when he finally rejects her advances years and years down the road, she curses him and his entire court. And so they spend 50 years underneath the curse, and he's steadily losing every single one of his friends and confidants to go over the wall so that they can try to find somebody to break this curse and free his court. He finally gets somebody to come and break the curse. But lo and behold, he ends up falling in love with this woman, which he probably wasn't planning on, because, I mean, like, he had to woo her to get her to fall in love with him, but him actually loving her wasn't part of it. He probably didn't even think he would love her as much as he did. So he tries to do the right thing by sending her home so she doesn't have to be a part of his shit show of a life. And in so doing, then he's under the mountain. We don't know what Amarantha did to him under the mountain. We never find out. Feyre never asks. So we don't know what happened to him under the mountain. We only know what happened to Feyre.
I'll tell you what,
Based
he
on
sits.
the fact that Amarantha was fucking obsessed with him, it could be any myriad of horrible. And then
He should sleep with Tamlin if she could sleep with Rhys.
go through torture, sexual assault, horrible things, one after another. And then he has to sacrifice himself to get stabbed in the heart at her hand, watches her get absolutely decimated, feels her die. She's brought back to life. Things are fucking crazy, right? They go home. Things are awful. Things are traumatizing. He's doing his best to put his court back together after 50 years of a curse. Whole time, this woman he loves is shutting him out completely, won't give him time. He's freaking out. She's freaking out. Nobody's talking to each other. He is barely holding on. Lo and behold, she gets kidnapped. He's doing everything he can to save her from being kidnapped. He is desperate. He is seeking solutions because he might lose her again after finally finding someone he loves. After he thinks the mate bond is going to come into place any second now.
Does he ever think that, though?
That she says, "I'm fine. Don't come looking for me." A month ago, she was illiterate, and now she's writing letters. She lives with a mind controller. He's freaking out even more so, probably, because he's like, this mind controller made her write this letter to try and get me to stop saving her, which means I have to save her even harder. Because if he is hearing anything that's going on in the night court, what he's hearing is that she's being whored around and most likely sexually assaulted behind closed doors, and he has got to save his girl. So he makes a desperate plan. He teams up with the bad guys in order to save the woman that he loves. This backfires. Someone else that he had trusted went behind his back, stabbed him in the back. The woman that he loves' sisters are now getting thrown into the cauldron, which we think probably kills them, but they're gonna come back Faye, I guess. He's doing everything he can to fight and to save those girls, and then he does get the love of his life back, and now he has to fight this war, and he's trying to do like a double agent thing, and he's got the love of his life back, but she's severely traumatized. She's been sexually assaulted, she's been tortured, she's basically been a slave all these months, and he's trying to do his best by her, and now she's like hitting on his best friend, and so like that's kind of weird. And then she manipulates him into having a panic attack that explodes his magic and hurts her. He feels horrible for hurting her, but what's going on here? And then she dismantles the foundation of his authority over his people.
That's my favorite part.
That he has worked so hard to maintain.
We'll get there.
For 50 years and to build back up again after the curse. This woman that he loved.
Okay.
No.
So, like, I'm kind of with them for book 1.
Right.
Sure. No, book 2. No. He's like, oh yeah, like, he's having such a hard time, and she, like, doesn't ask him about, like, what happened to him, and it's like, she was a mortal. She
Going through the fucking
trials. She died.
Yeah.
Like,
and then he's like, oh, and then she comes back to life. I'm like, nah, she's brought back to life by RHYSAND.
And as
no thanks to him.
Oh my god. No, and then he like just breezes past the whole like, oh yeah, locks her up, like.
Okay, at Prince on TikTok.
Mm,
We have questions.
Book 1, sure. Book 2,
Nah.
not aligned.
No.
Quite a hot take.
That is a hot take
I
if
love
I've
it.
ever.
Did you see that they had turned off comments?
Yeah. I don't want any more death threats. I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah, wild. I mean, like,
that
okay.
is wild. Like, settle down.
This is
fandom.
romantasy.
Yeah.
Chill out. We have so much to talk about. This is a huge episode. We have books to catch up on, and we are finishing up Mist and Fury.
Yes.
Today.
We had a 2-week hiatus because, well, life.
Yeah. Things.
We're back.
Hello. Did you miss us?
Yes.
I felt like Gossip Girl there. Did you miss me?
XOXO.
Gossip Girl. Okay, before we dive into it, I feel like we need to do more of like at the beginning of the show, if we mention a book, we're going to spoil it. And I think we should add in chapters because you can do that at least on Spotify. And I think you can on YouTube as well, maybe Apple Pod, where it's like, here's like the chit chat section. And then here's the like catching up on what we read. Because I just am worried about people being... Anyways, we don't want... Like, we love talking about these books, but I don't want to spoil things if you somehow miss us saying, like, hey, FYI, if you hear Jaimee and I say a book, Brimstone, Anathema, Fire and Ash, pretty safe to say we're about to, like, share some serious spoilers. So skip ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can do that.
Add it in. On that note...
We will be spoiling.
We'll be spoiling Brimstone.
Alchemized. Crescent City.
Dang, we've been reading. Wow. I started Direbound. Have you read that one?
No, but I've heard good things.
I started it 2 nights ago. Okay. Tell me Brimstone.
Wait, should we do Hi Babe?
Oh. Yeah. Durr.
Should we do our intro?
No. It's been a while.
Episode 18, we're like, how do we do that? I almost didn't put our mics on. I was like, okay, let's go. We're like, oh, we should have mics. Like, oh, probably.
Oh, dear. Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I'm Jaimee.
And I'm Jessica.
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes,
a podcast where two best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy books.
Okay, now let's talk about what we read. Let's talk about what we read.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Brimstone.
I liked Brimstone.
I agree.
I agree with everything. I don't know if we said it on the pod, but everything that you said, like it's a bit maybe disjointed and like the storylines kind of go nowhere at some parts.
Yes.
But overall, I was like not disinterested and not mad about it.
No.
Like I thought it was good. I mean, I'm really excited now for the next book.
Oh my God. Cliffhanger.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
How did you feel about...
I do love Kingfisher though. Like throughout the whole book, he's so in the book and like I love his POV chapters and his like adventure that he goes on
to fight the demon with what's his name? Carrion. I loved that section. It was probably one of my favorite parts.
Their
of the whole
relationship
book.
Is very endearing.
Again, it's the bromance. We love it.
Yeah.
We love to see it. Yes. But it was a fun story. But I also was like, okay, so what? Like, he just captures that little demon in the box, and I'm like, ooh, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do with the demon in the box? Nothing. Short answer. No, nothing.
He gives it to someone. I thought.
Who does he do? Who does he give it to?
He gives it to. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look. Something happens with the box.
Okay, maybe I missed that.
But like, then she's the queen of the vampires, and nope.
No, they're all dead. So like that doesn't matter anymore. Like
it was weird.
Yes.
But I wasn't like, people were mad.
Like personally offended by this book.
I don't know. It was like fast. Yeah, it was great. I liked it a lot.
Super fun.
Are we aware that it is being adapted into a movie?
I am.
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix is the...
I read an article about it in the Calgary Herald. I think I mentioned
That's right, a few episodes ago.
She's pumped.
Yeah.
Script is in progress.
Oh my gosh.
Who will play Kingfisher?
I feel like in the next 2 years, there's going to be so many romantic-y movies / shows because they're all right now in pre-production, production, and they're all going to come out like within like 2 years of each other. Like Quicksilver, Fourth Wing. Are there any more?
Oh, Blood and Ash I thought was getting a series.
Alchemized too.
Yes. A series?
I don't know if it's a series or a movie.
The movie would be amazing.
Movie would be amazing.
Okay, Alchemized. Go.
Oh, okay. First off, amazing. I would say that this is one of my favorite books that I have read. I was going to say in the year. It's only February. In the last 12 months. It was so good.
It's so good.
I would not call it a romantasy, though.
No, it's not like heavy and like.
Pause. Alchemist is based off of a Harry Potter fan fiction.
This is what I was going to say.
Okay. I disagree with this take.
No, it's not.
It's literally.
I know, but I don't. No.
James, like the author. Okay.
That might be true, but like, no.
So, Allie, I did no background on this book, no research, nothing. It wasn't on my social at all. So I started reading, and about halfway through, maybe 3/4, I was chatting with Jaimie, and I was like, does it feel a little like Hermione and Draco Malfoy? Because people kind of ship them a little bit. Because the main male character has like silver hair, and he's like very like bad double agent. And then she is like curly hair, super smart, like what? And I was like, it felt a bit, and also like the world feels very like Death Eater, Voldemort, whatever.
See, I didn't get that from the world. I feel like it felt it was like very like dystopian. Like I wouldn't say Harry Potter is dystopian.
So after I finished the book is when I said this to Jaimie. She was like, I don't think so. And I was like, oh, okay, like maybe, sure. I mean, I don't know. It was a passing thought in my head. Then I finally go onto TikTok and I'm like, I want to see the fan art. I want to see like the,
TikTok. It's on our algorithm now.
That's right. It within like probably 3 swipes.
Right.
It talks about Manacled. Have you heard of this?
All about Manacled.
Mm-hmm.
So Manacled is a fan fiction by the same author, Sen Lin Yu.
Oh, it's the same author.
Same author, Sen Lin Yu. Apologies if it's Semlin. I can't quite remember. And they wrote Manacled fan fiction, Harry Potter, and it's Hermione is like taken into a like basement, and she is put in like a breeding program, and then Draco is like her like love interest and whatever. And so then when they wrote Alchemized, in an interview I saw them do, they said that they wanted Alchemized to be able to be read as a standalone, which I would feel like you and I read it as a standalone.
Yeah.
You didn't read Manacled. I didn't read Manacled. They wanted it to be able to be read as a standalone, but you could also read Manacled and have like a deeper understanding of the world. So I was like, oh my God, I was right. Anyway.
But that's not how Harry Potter ends, so no.
But the idea is that Harry Potter, this is an alternate ending, as if Voldemort won. No. Not interested. Do you want to read Manacled now?
I probably will now.
Right? Now I do too, yes.
But I'm like, I like the ending of Harry Potter.
Oh, did I go down the wrong pipe?
Oh dear.
I'm okay. Yeah, I definitely want to read Manacled. Anyway, I adored Alchemized. I'm so glad you recommended it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
They're
like our no
so
words.
Good. It's so
like, how do you describe it to someone really?
I first would say it's not a romantasy. Like it is a story about war and trauma with a tragic love story at the center. But it is not a romantasy.
No.
Like it is all about trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's lots of triggers in that one.
Oh, all the trigger warnings.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah. It's so good.
Oh.
I know, it's so good. For anyone who hasn't read it,
oh my gosh, you really must. Like, if there's a movie coming, we should try to work it out so that we cover that book in like the year that it's being.
It is $3 million highest paying figure for romantasy. Swap over to movie.
$3 million
to the author.
Oh, that's it.
They're just buying the rights. I mean, she'll get royalties, I'm sure, once it's like released. I'm sure
for just romantasy, yeah. Interesting. Well, that'll be, I mean, once SJM gets her hooks into somebody. Speaking of SJM, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your horses. Guess who started Crescent City? Our girl. Hand it up over here. Oh my God, tell me.
I adore Bryce. Yes. Only because I feel like I can like relate to her when I was like a millennial in my 20s. Yeah. Like she's like 4-inch heels to the club, clothes painted on, drunk out of her mind, crawling home at 4 a.m. And she's like,
Dancing
wait,
with
who
her
are you?
girlfriend.
And she's like, who cares? And I'm like, yes.
Jaimee and I were talking about this and how, like, my understanding, one of my sisters is a Gen Z, and I'm like, what's the club like? And she's like,
2.
don't you call yourself a zillennial?
Whatever.
Don't
Okay,
you?
Jessica has 2 Gen Z sisters.
I'm sorry, 2 Gen Z sisters. The youngest one was telling me that they don't dance at the club and people wear sneakers, and I was like, oh my god,
Blasphemy.
we wouldn't have been let in.
No.
In sneakers. Like, there were dress codes.
No.
You couldn't get in with sneakers.
I also like how she's like, yeah, it's like cold out, but like, who cares? And I'm like, yes, that was how it was. You didn't want to pay the $2 to
coat
check.
And also,
So you just wore no coat.
no. And to walk up to the club and into the club with a giant coat. Ew.
I know.
Absolutely not. Gross.
Disgraceful.
You pre-gamed at home and then you had a little buzz, so you were warm anyways.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jersey Shore.
Yes.
Yes.
It was the peak. Oh, the like aughts were peak clubbing.
Mhm.
Like, so agreed when you were like, I feel like I relate to Bryce. Like when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh yeah, girl, like 100%.
Also, she's like very sarcastic, which I would say, and I'm like quite sarcastic.
Mm.
I like that. So someone, I won't say who, spoiled one of the biggest things at the start and then told me I'll never guess who it was. One chapter, and I text Jessica, I'm like, it's this, isn't it? She's like,
I don't know.
I was like, and then it happened, and I was like,
fuck's sake.
but it's fine.
It's fine.
I got past it. I do like both the main males in this book. I like Rune and Hunt so far.
Mhm.
Hunt is like almost comically disgruntled though. Like, do you find that? Like, he's a bit like I can't take him seriously as like when he's angry, because maybe it's because he has feathered wings. I don't know, but he, like in my mind, I'm like,
right.
Like, he's kind of comical.
Yes, because he's so grumpy, but then he's got like adorable fluffy wings.
Yes. I don't know. It's very contrary.
Mm-hmm.
But I like them both. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm about like a third of the way through, I think.
You just met the Viper Queen.
Need I say more?
She's
both so good.
We were both talking about how, like, again, these female villains. Oh,
so compelling. I like need to know more about her.
Also,
I was telling Jessica that her description kind of reminds me of Amryn, and that she has like a dark, but she's tall. But she has like this very white skin and dark, sharp bob hair. Her nails are long, like talons.
Come on, TV.
Yep. I'm enjoying it.
I thought that you would. Like, and you also said it did take you a while to get into like the world and understand
complex.
The bureaucracy. Like, literally, it's learning a whole new governing system.
Well, and then not only the governments, but then the houses of each thing and which creatures belong to which house and like all the things.
Yes.
And then like the drop and the ordeal and the one other thing before the ordeal. Anyways.
Yeah.
There's a lot to keep track of.
Leheba. That's how I say her name in my head.
The one that lives in the...
and she's described as like, she's like teeny tiny, but she's this like curvy, and she's obsessed with watching like smutty shows on. I just adore her.
I like the dog too. Dog cat.
Syrinx.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, she has pets.
Like, and that she like adores.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Or a pet.
She has a pet, yeah. But like still. I mean, I guess Sarah's has the fox.
Right, Onyx.
Which I'm like, okay, he could have stayed dead.
Agreed. Jaimee and I also talked about this. This is our problem, is we meet each other and then we're like, I read this, and then we look at each other and we're like, should we? I want to tell you, but
save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod. But we can't help ourselves. So we were both saying that the Onyx storyline, we both cried when he died.
Yeah.
But also, it felt a little bit like, I don't want, because Allie is in the middle of ACOTAR. But if you know, you know what happens at the end of ACOTAR. What should we just say?
No.
Oh, the character that everyone feels
faster.
Read faster. Everyone thinks like, not everyone, but a lot of people feel like the character that dies at the end of ACOTAR, but then like doesn't die. A lot of people are like, she should have just died. Or not died, but like that she should have died.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's how I felt about Onyx. I'm like, it's a fox. Like,
yeah.
I mean, a cute fox, but
Sure.
it could have just stayed dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Are we ready? I can't wait.
Well, wait. I feel like we didn't talk about everything.
Alchemized.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Crescent City. Brimstone. Oh, and I'm starting Direbound.
Yes.
Yes. I'm like 5. Sorry, 5 chapters in. Mm-hmm.
And what did I just order?
I don't know.
Oh, fudgesicles. I ordered a book.
What it is, we'll never know.
It was recommended by my favorite book influencer, who is also happened to be named Jaimee. At Jaimee, I think it's like Jaimee on TikTok, and she reads books on Instagram, maybe. Anyways, everything she recommends, I love. That's how I found out about Alchemized and Daggermouth. I'm gonna read that. But there's another one that I just Souls of Ruin. Soul of Ruin.
Oh yes, you were telling me
that's what
about
I ordered.
this.
And Daggermouth. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Coming soon.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. It's time to talk lore, lust, and loose morals as we unpack adventures, escape to new worlds, and, of course, swoon over our best book boyfriends.
This isn't just an episode, it's an ambush. We're in chapters 60 to 69 of A Court of Mist and Fury, where SJM takes our feelings, puts them in a blender, and hits puree. It's the final stretch, and if you know what this book does to us in the end game, you already know we're about to be unwell on purpose.
Beep, beep. The ending of this book, way better than ACOTAR, just saying.
Oh.
Wait, like the ending of this one compared to that? Oh, yeah.
I was also saying to Jessica, I was like, imagine you read Mist and Fury and it ended and you had to wait for book 3.
Imagine.
No, lose my mind.
I know. I'm like, I couldn't. What would happen?
I'd be writing SJM personal mail.
Well, literally, I was confused. What is she doing? What is she doing?
Oh my god. Yeah.
I know. And just so we're crystal clear, spoilers will be flying with zero supervision. We're pulling from the entire Maasverse, ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City, because at this point, canon is a web and we are the spiders. If you're not fully caught up, this is where we say, see you later. If you are, perfect. Step into the chaos with us. We've been saving this emotional breakdown just for you.
This podcast has all of our favorite R words: romance, racy, risque, and, of course,
RHYSAND.
As such, it is rated R. Listen accordingly.
We'll kick off every episode with Babes Between the Lines,
where we read what's written, obsess over what isn't,
and dig past the dialogue so you don't miss the magic, motives, or mistakes.
I can't believe we're here.
I know, finishing our second book.
Wow, look at us go.
Babes, chapter 60 is the emotional hangover chapter. The battle is over, the streets aren't screaming anymore, and now we're left with the worst part, the quiet. The part where the adrenaline drains out and you're forced to actually feel what almost happened. Rhys tries to reassure everyone in the black hours of the night, telling them, Valaris is secure. The wards the cauldron took out have been remade. And I love him. I do.
I know.
But this is also a gentle sir. You did in fact warn us, and we did in fact ignore you moment. Everyone is wiped out. Cassian and Azriel are drained. Feyre's power is still buzzing under her skin, just barely. Amren has been unleashed in the way Jessica would call a smooch, which is to say Tiny Ancient One did not just defend the city, she psychologically ruined his goons. And now the inner circle has to do what they do best. Regroup, assess, and decide who they're about to destroy next.
Get it?
Yeah, this is like, well, anyhow.
We get into it.
Yeah, we'll get there. Cassian, our favorite general and resident chaos commentator, immediately brings up 3 most important points. 1, the mortal queens betrayed them, like fully spectacularly.
Oh, horribly. Yeah.
2, how long are the defenses actually going to hold if Hybern comes back with round 2?
Mm-hmm.
And 3, does anyone else know about Valaris now?
Yes.
Right? Like, is there whisperings now among the other courts?
It must. I feel like it spreads so fast in Prythian. Everyone must know.
There's some gossipy gits running around Prythian.
Surreals going around.
Yeah, spilling tea.
Just with his portable kettle.
Like waiting for someone to catch him.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm falling. Oh no, I tripped. Oh no, I'm in a trap.
Because, babes, the whole point of Valaris was that it was a secret. That it was safe, that it was untouchable. And now it's been touched, and that changes everything. The decision is made quickly. Amren will stay behind to protect Valaris, and the rest of the inner circle is going to Hybern to exact revenge.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. Which, honestly, comforting, because nothing says healing like a little organized retaliation.
Also, like, appeasement never works.
Like that Amren is protecting all of Valaris alone.
Just tiny ancient one. She's just sitting there, like, looking at her nails.
Cleaning them.
Yeah.
She's always cleaning her nails.
Uh-huh.
Then we get the rooftop scene, and babes, this is where chapter 60 hits you right in the sternum. Feyre is trying to let Rhys know that it wasn't his fault.
I mean...
Trying to soothe him, because even though Rhys is a powerful, terrifying High Lord, he is also a male who loves his people so much it hurts.
He's also a baby boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of spiraling, Rhys does something so quietly devastating. He focuses on what Feyre did. He's impressed with her. He's proud, not because she was obedient, not because she followed orders, but because she chose to stay. She chose to fight. She chose to defend Valaris. And he says it, the line that is basically the Night Court's love language, quote, "You chose to fight for them, for Valaris." And babes, that's the tenderness of RHYSAND in a single sentence.
So she now has, because she's got a whole slew of nicknames. So there's Cursebreaker,
Defender of the Rainbow.
Defender of the Rainbow. Am I missing one?
I think she gets another one.
I think she did get another one. Maybe it's coming.
Claire. That is one of her She Pretends names.
Ooh.
This isn't love that cages you. This is love that witnesses you. This is love that looks at you and says, I saw who you were when it mattered most, and I am in awe of you. Oh, RHYSAND.
I know.
I cry. I could cry every time I talk about him. I just love him so much. Okay. I won't, though.
Well, we're only a couple minutes in. We'll see.
And yes, we do get a little bounce chicka wow wow on the roof under the stars because, of course, because this book refuses to let us survive a massacre without also giving us a moment of intimacy that feels like oxygen. But what I love about this is it isn't just sexy, it's grounding. It's Feyre and Rhys clinging to each other like we are alive. We are here. We are still us.
This is something that I feel like I've seen in stories that are like about war, but also have a love story where there's this like almost like, this need for the relationship and maybe sex or intimacy to help, ground them, right? Like pull them together to get this little bit of like steadiness and connection before like the world seems to fall apart.
I agree with that. The next day, everyone is still lagging and we get good news, bad news situation. Good news, Amren has cracked the code. Woo! Woohoo, Amren. Bad news, Feyre has to touch the cauldron and speak the spell. When Rhys starts QAQCing Amren's work like it's the world's most stressful editor, she hisses, I'm trying not to be insulted, RHYSAND.
God, I just love her.
Also, this made me think of Crescent City because like the Viper Queen is like a snake shifter and Amren hisses a lot.
She hisses, in my section, she hisses again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have questions. The full name. She calls him RHYSAND. I love when she full names him.
Okay, full name.
Well, first name. He doesn't have a last name.
Does he not?
Oh my gosh, we've had this.
We
literally had this discussion like
I'm sure we have.
He
Are
doesn't.
there any High Lords that have a...
I don't think so.
Yes, Baron. Because Lucian is Lucian Valbera. So, and he's...
RHYSAND's name has never been officially revealed.
So the Autumn Court is the only High Lord that we know that has a last name.
Yeah.
Van Sarah, not Val Baron. Van Sarah. Anyway, continue.
Interesting. And then Amren drops the real warning. Whatever you do, do not put the two halves of the books together. To do so would unleash armies far older and more wretched than Hybern. which is horrifying, but also very on brand for this series. Of course there are bigger monsters.
Always.
Of course there are.
Always.
I know. Hoping the next book isn't like
a little bit like Blood and Ash.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, I thought this was the worst.
Is this the big bad? Where's the big bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is the actual plan to get the cauldron. And this is the moment where we hear more from Asriel than we ever have the rest of the book, or quite frankly, like the series.
At all.
Yeah, exactly. SJM trying to give the people what they want. It's tricky. It's full of what ifs and basically a giant, if we do this wrong, we die mission. But the inner circle agrees, and only if Feyre chooses to go, which is the key thing here. Because Rhys is struggling. He's in full mate mode, every instinct screaming to keep her close, to keep her safe, to keep her home. And Feyre, our reckless devil-may-care heroine, is obviously going. But what destroys me is that Feyre falls more in love with him in that moment by allowing her to fight. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of times, like, women are like, oh, he wants to protect me, and like, you know, and that is romantic in some instances.
Sure.
But like, he recognizes that Feyre's capable, and like,
she doesn't want it.
No.
Yeah.
And like, not just capable, like, she's probably like the most powerful of all of them. I would even like say she could, if like given time, be more powerful than Rhysand.
Because she has the power of all of the courts. Yes, I agree.
So like, I love that about him. Anywho, then she catches herself because she realizes how sad it is that she views freedom as a privilege and not an inherent right.
Right.
Fucking Tamlin.
Fucking Tamlin. That
is the trauma echo. That is the bruise he left behind. And Rhys, in the most Rhysand way possible, counters it with the single most important line in the chapter, quote, "You might be my mate," he said, "but you remain your own person. You decide your fate, your choices, not me. You chose yesterday. You choose every day, forever." Forever and always choice. That is his religion. That is his love language. And that is his whole heart on display. Oh, Rhysand. And babes, as predicted, we are in fact heading to Highburn. But before we go, we need to sort out the living arrangements. Because Feyre is not sharing a room with Tamlin ever again. And Rhys is like, don't worry, my bed is bigger and better anyway.
That's right. I forgot about this.
I kind of love this, like, lightness. And it happens before Feyre goes into the Weaver's cottage too. They have a little teasy tease.
Yes.
And it kind of like lightens things up before you like head into something heavy, which I like a lot. Her wardrobe is already in his room because, of course. And then Rhys hands Feyre a box. Her heart is doing loop-de-loops as she opens it. And inside is his mother's ring. We're squealing. And then Rhys gives us a mini lore lesson about why it was with the Weaver in the first place.
This story.
Yeah. And it is the most romantic flex in the entire series. Quote, "She told me that if I were to marry her mate, then the female would either have to be smart or strong enough to get it back."
So funny.
His mother said, if you want to claim this family, prove you can survive it. And Feyre did. She earned it.
Yeah.
She took it back. And Feyre, being bold, being healed enough to want more than survival, decides that when they get back from Highburn, she wants it all. The bond declared, the ceremony, the party, the ring, not because she needs a title, but because she is choosing her joy, choosing her love, choosing a future, even with the war on the horizon. And that, babes, is why chapter 60 is so important, because it's the chapter where Feyre stops enduring and starts claiming.
I love it. Do Feyre and Rhysand ever have their big party?
No.
Like, it's not on the page.
No, not yet.
So do you think it's coming?
There was like, they had
a lot going on.
They had a few things happening.
Yeah, some stuff.
A handful of things.
Do we think it's coming, or do we think like
I feel like it could be like a novella.
Right. Or are we supposed to just be like, oh, I assume it happened and we just didn't get to read about it on the page? I wonder.
Maybe she'll like breeze over it on the pages.
Yeah.
Because I thought after what happens in book 5, I thought they do talk about having it after book 5.
Oh, maybe.
Like at the end. I can't remember exactly. But in my mind, I feel like they kind of just like are like, oh, now that we have this, we can do that.
Or was that Nessa and Cassian talking about having there? I don't know. You could be right. I don't know.
Question mark.
As you were talking about it, I was like, wait, we never get to see a wedding.
And as you know, we know nothing. So we actually don't know what happens.
What's the name of this book again?
Chapter 61. Knives out, babes. We're going to Highburn. We go from romance, a ring, and a rooftop to how many knives can Feyre physically strap to her body?
Alliteration count.
The answer is a lot. So much steel, so many blades. Our girl is not just powerful, she's armed, and thanks to Cassian, trained. It's so obvious on a reread that Feyre is absolutely glowing from the night before because she hits us with, quote, just a few hours ago, I'd known such overwhelming happiness. Duh.
Yeah.
Like on a second read, you're like, wait.
Right.
This is obviously her saying, like, setting us up for what happens at the end of book 2 into book 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These two did something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's going to Highburn with post-coital confidence and pockets full of doom. And then the Book of Breathings. The world's most dramatic little gremlin whispers at her, quote, hello, lovely wicked liar.
Oh, I love the personification of this book.
This is the first book, too, because she said the first book is, like, salty.
Yeah.
The second book is more, like, it didn't like
it's like chaos and like
yeah. I like the first book.
Oh yeah, when she's like, I am Tarquin, I am Summer, I am and the liar.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yes, Feyre, you are a lovely wicked liar. You are also currently committing magical espionage while emotionally bonded to the most powerful male alive. You contain multitudes. Cassian and Azriel are in full protective mode, swearing they'll get her in and out before Highburn even realizes they're there. Which is sweet and also a bit hilarious.
Misguided.
Because Feyre is also now a walking apocalypse with a moral compass. They're acting like she's fragile when she's basically a weapon of mass destruction in leather leggings. We also get a quick mention that Mor has specific instructions from Rhys, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what they are, but the vibe is Mor is the contingency plan. I cannot.
Interesting.
Yeah, like it's kind of a throwaway, but he's like, they have like a brief exchange where Rhys is like, Mor knows
what to do. Like, oh, because she comes in at we get to it.
So Amryn stays behind to protect Valaris, and the rest of the inner circle heads out. And the second they get close to Highburn, Feyre clocks something that makes her skin crawl. There are no lights. No warmth, no welcome, just darkness that feels intentional. She describes it perfectly, quote, but it felt old, as if it were a spider that had been waiting in its web for a long, long time. Which is disgusting and brilliant. And also, hello foreshadowing. Like they're literally flying into a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Because Highburn isn't just a kingdom. It's a trap. It's a thing that has been waiting, patient and hungry. And then the book starts acting up. It can sense the cauldron, and it begins to whisper, quote, home, take me home. Like calls to like, babes. Mm-hmm. Because the cauldron is calling too, not just to the book, but to Feyre. She is made. She is stitched together with ancient power. And it's such a creepy little detail because it reminds us that Feyre isn't just near the cauldron. She is also drawn to it. Like it's drawn to her, but she is also drawn to it.
Right.
Which gets her in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
And then there's something about that pull that feels bigger than choice, bigger than intention, like gravity. Yeah, like gravity. Mor meets them at the door, and Azriel handles the guards before Feyre and Cassian even step inside. And he does it with his ash knife. We'll see you later, ash knife. Clock that detail because we see that knife again. And Feyre doesn't even flinch. She doesn't pause for the dead. She doesn't get sentimental because she is locked in, zeroed in. The mission is the only thing that matters. They hurt her mate. They attacked her home. They tried to wipe out Valaris like it was nothing, and Feyre is done being gentle. We also get a little nod again to Mor here as the last line of defense. Mor is the failsafe. Mor is, if anything goes wrong, I will burn the world down button. And I'm sorry, but like seriously, Mor?
Right.
Mor.
Yes.
I cannot.
As we're all like, what is she gonna do? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. She'll tell the truth.
Zing.
We're actually really nice.
But regardless, the point stands. Everyone has their role, everyone has their place, and Feyre's is the most dangerous because she is going to touch the thing that made everything, the thing that can unmake the world. And then we reach it at the bottom of a deep, dark, dank stairwell. On a dais sits the cauldron. And this is where the real nightmare begins. If chapter 62 is a horror movie, Feyre is walking barefoot into the basement without a flashlight.
Oh my god. She's like, let's split up.
Look for clues.
Yeah. Stop! Bad idea.
Bad.
The second we're in front of the cauldron, the narration goes full cosmic dread and hits us with, quote, the cauldron was absence and presence, darkness, and whatever the darkness had come from. Like, excuse me. That is not an object. That is a concept.
Mm-hmm.
It is a void with vibes.
It's a nightmare. A living kind of nightmare. Oof.
So the physical description, because on my first read like through this, I truly expected something grand, like glowing, mythical, like worth all of like the drama that's around it. Instead, it's basically an iron bathtub with 3 legs. 3 legs. What bathtub has 3 legs? In my mind, it still had 4 up until I read this description.
Then it had 3.
3.
I just feel like
it's a tripod. Like what?
It just feels a bit hokey to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I get on board with a lot of fantasy stuff and tropes and whatever, but like a giant cauldron, I don't know. Cauldron's weird to me.
Agreed. Feyre thinks it's hideous, but also alluring, swirling with inky black like it's steeping nightmares like tea. It's giving ancient evil, but make it plumbing. Like, it's just...
But also, bubble bath.
Yes. And then we get the line that should have been stamped on Feyre's forehead from the moment she was made. Quote, like calls to like. So this is the first time in the series we get like calls to like.
Oh my god. Get ready. We're going to be saying it a lot in the coming books.
Because that's the thing. Feyre isn't just standing near the cauldron. The cauldron wants her. It pulls at something inside her like a hook under the ribs. And Feyre, our brave, reckless, emotionally determined queen, does what she always does when faced with danger. Gets closer.
I was going to say runs head first into it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I'm coming!
She pulls the book out of her pocket with one hand and the spell with the other and rests her hand on the lip of the cauldron. The book halves are basically vibrating with desperation, and all I can think is, Amren literally told you not to do this. But Feyre has never met a warning she didn't immediately sprint past.
Oh.
Never.
Like her under the mountain. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. And she's like, check, check, check. Sorry, Alice.
Amren's sitting in Valaris being like, damn it, Feyre. Like, she feels the book's joy, and I'm sure. And she's like, fuck's sake.
Fuck.
You had one job.
Like, they could say Alice, Lucian, and Amren could join a club. Like, the Feyre support group.
Exactly. Then the book goes feral. The urge becomes a chant, a command, a hunger. Quote, together, together, together. And it's not subtle. It's not gentle. It's unstoppable. Like the cauldron is reaching into her and steering her hands. More sees it, more knows, and more calls out to her. The last line of defense. The one who can feel the air shift before it snaps. Alas, she is too late. Because Feyre is moving like she's possessed, like she's sleepwalking toward a cliff edge and brings the books together. Then the worst possible person strolls in like he's late to brunch. Jurian. Mm-hmm. I actually forgot he came here, and I do like him later on in the series. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he like saunters down the stairs. I didn't remember what Jurian looked like, but here's the update. Okay. Brown hair, handsome. And apparently he walks with like some swagger, like he didn't spend 500 years in a cursed eyeball ring.
As an eyeball and a finger.
Yeah. Which is also interesting because, well, we'll talk about it.
We get into it.
Yeah. Feyre recognizes him immediately, not from his face, but from his eyes or eye.
Singular.
Yeah. The one in Amarantha's ring. The one that watched everything. The one that haunted her. The one that makes her stomach drop because suddenly the past isn't the past at all. Yeah. And just like that, the cauldron isn't the only monster in the room.
Okay. When she puts the two halves of the book together, does anything happen?
Yeah, like she feels power, and it like kind of like the mountains don't tremble, if that's what you're wondering.
Oh, so RHYSAND didn't jerk off.
No, but no, like it does talk about like it's like a bit anticlimactic, but like it does say like she shudders or like, you know.
So she had the shivers.
Something does happen,
but we don't like.
It's nothing like more getting her period though.
Right.
The mountains did not tremble.
Reese didn't finish and Moore didn't get her time of the month.
Yeah.
But favorite shivers. Is that it? Like, are we not the Amren had said like, oh, it'll awaken the worst, whatever. Like nothing happens.
No.
Okay,
no demons.
I wonder if this is like going to be just like a plot that goes nowhere, or if this will come in later books.
Like Children of the Blessed?
Yes, totally. We'll have to see.
No, nothing like...
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
No.
Don't do it. It's going to be the worst thing ever. Awaken all this evil. And she's like, whoops. And then she's like, oh, no.
She gets the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. And was like, I told you.
It's so real bad. Chapter 63 opens with the kind of energy you get when two men hate each other so much they're basically flirting.
I was going to say that it's like almost a little hot.
Yeah. Because Jurian and Cassian are not friends, and they immediately start sniping like this is a roast battle and not, you know, the literal seed of world-ending evil. And before we can even blink, Reese arrives.
Oh, thank God.
Not casually, not calmly, but like the universe itself just clenched its jaw, quote, like a ripple of night and wrath. Reese appeared at my side. He casually takes the book back from Feyre, and Feyre instantly feels like she's failed, like she messed up everything, like she ruined the whole mission and endangered everyone, which is so Feyre-coded it hurts, because she's been trained by trauma to assume any disaster is her fault. But babes, she didn't fail.
Nope.
I mean, not in all ways anyways. This is bigger than her, because we learned something absolutely foul. Jurian was somewhat alive in Amarantha's ring. Like, he remembers, he was aware, he endured, which is, beyond horrifying. It's not just cruelty, it's torture on a level that makes your skin crawl. So, like, they kind of get into it about, like, he's like, well, RHYSAND, who's warming your bed now? And, like, this and that and on and on. Which, I mean, I get Jurian in this instance is, like, wearing a mask and, like, he's playing the bad guy. So you're like, okay. But, like, low blow. I didn't care for that. And then SJM drops a line on that reread that makes you sit bolt upright, like you just heard a secret you weren't supposed to hear. Jurian asks about Miriam. Moore says she's dead, and Jurian hits her with, quote, liar. You were always such a liar, Morrigan.
Oh my God.
On a reread, that line is not just shade. That line is a warning. That line is a loaded gun sitting on the table, and we're all pretending we don't see it because we don't want to deal with what it implies. Moore's whole truth thing suddenly feels complicated.
I'm going to be so interested in the coming books as, like, Jurian is like, oh, I'm actually not a bad guy, and, like, starts interacting with the Court of Dreams and more, because I can't remember for the life of me, but I'm going to be, like, on watch for how is he with Moore. Like, is this an act, or does he actually not like her?
I don't think he actually likes her.
I feel like not, but I don't really remember. So
no.
That's a good flag. I didn't catch that.
You were always such a liar, Morrigan. Full name. Asriel growls, and yes, I am unwell. Because when Asriel makes noise, you know things are officially beyond the point of polite conversation. But then the true panic hits. They try to winnow, and they can't. And it's not that they're trapped. It's that they're trapped in the worst place imaginable with the worst people imaginable, and they don't have their powers. None of them. Not Reese, not Feyre, not Moore, not Asriel, not Cassian.
So bad.
Perfect. We are royally catastrophically fucked.
Yeah.
And while they're scrambling, mentally calculating, scanning for exits, trying to stay calm, down the stairs comes the king of Hybern.
Hearing those footsteps, just like, dunk, dunk. You're just like,
So I also noticed when I was writing these chapters that I interchangeably use Hybern to describe Highburn the person, and Highburn to describe Highburn the island.
Oh, yes.
And I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, I didn't go anywhere with it, but I just was like, that's interesting. And then I kind of was like, maybe I should put the King of Highburn in front of some of it to distinguish between the person and the island.
But it's in the book because I do it too. I call him Highburn, and then also like they went to Highburn. Like he's another one of those throne of glass.
Yeah, which also made me think of what you said earlier about like he has no name.
Yeah.
He is just the king.
Interesting.
He is described in a way that is honestly so funny because it's like Feyre trying to insult him, but she's too stressed to be poetic about it. She's like, he's a blandly handsome man. Like she still says she still thinks
like he's good looking, I guess.
Yeah. With shoulder length black hair and black hateful eyes. Is this what you pictured? Because I swear every reader has a slightly different like Highburn in their head, and none of them look like this.
No.
And also none of them are good looking.
No.
No one thinks Highburn is handsome.
No. In my head, he has like almost like a Roman gladiator vibe.
Yeah. And like I also thought he was like old.
Yes, older. Yes.
But she's like, I think she maybe even says something like maybe mid 40s or like late 40s, like in a human way.
Right.
I don't quote me on that. I don't actually know, but in my mind,
we don't actually know these books. We're new here.
Yeah, we're new here. Bear with us. He announces what we already know in our gut. It was a trap. And he's disappointed they didn't realize it. And honestly, so are we.
Come on.
Because this is the inner circle. These are literally the smartest, deadliest, most paranoid people in Perithian. Mm-hmm. And if they missed it, what hope do the rest of us have?
Yeah.
None. Like, we would have been dead in book 1. Oh. Like, first trial, just bleh.
Wouldn't have even made it past the wall.
R.I.P. And then everything goes full nightmare. Jurian shoots Azriel in the chest with an ash bolt dripped in bloodbane. More screams, Feyre is horrified, and we are not okay. Azriel. Ooh. The tip protrudes out of his back, and it's one of those moments where your brain can't process what you're seeing, because Azriel is supposed to be kind of untouchable.
Yeah.
Like he's a shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's supposed to be the one in the shadows, not the one bleeding in the light. They're dragged toward the throne room, and Feyre sees it, an emerald dais. And on top of it, a throne assembled of human bones. Because Highburn isn't just evil, he's theatrical. And then, as if the chapter hasn't already stomped on our throats enough, from the shadows step Lucien and fucking Tamlin.
Oh my god.
Like a bad dream, like a betrayal, like the past crawling out of the dark with its teeth bared. And babes, we are officially in the endgame now.
When you read this the first time,
I was like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think, I don't remember, but I'm sure, I mean, I have 2 small children. There's always things and people that need my attention. And I'm pretty sure that at that time, I was just like, everybody fuck off for the next hour. Like, I was just like, what the hell is happening? Oh my God. This reveal. And it's not even the last, like the next, I mean, it's in a sham. The last 100 pages, like everything is just.
You're like, you don't know where to look.
We talked about the theory that Tamlin has shapeshifted.
Right.
Himself and Lucien in the scene to each other.
So they could have done it before they came out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like before
that's why Lucien says Elaine is his mate, but it's really Tamlin. She
right.
That's Lucien.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, it's like kind of like, you know, on like those bad daytime TV shows where it's like they're doing the paternity. They're like, and this person's here, and everyone's like, and it's like, and this, and like more is hurtful. Anyways, I just imagine them coming out from like behind a curtain from the throne, and everyone's like,
oh my god. Yes, totally.
Chapter 64. The chapter opens in a tableau that is so brutal it's staged for maximum emotional damage. Quote, Rhysand went still as death. Cassian snarled. Hanging between them, Azriel tried and failed to lift his head. We are 5 seconds into this scene and already sick to our stomachs. And then Feyre sees him, Tamlin. And the moment is complicated in the most painful way because she's staring at the male she once loved so deeply it rewired her soul. And also the male she now understands she was slowly dying under. Feyre notes how gaunt he is, disheveled, wrecked looking, and the emotional whiplash hits. She reflects on how she loved and hated this male so deeply. This is one of the most real feelings I think that Feyre has in like this entire series. Like she's relatable, but like in this moment, she's like, well, I guess again, like just the, like, what did you call it before? Oh my God, I can't think of the word. Anyways, it's like in such opposition to each other. We're always like
diametrically opposed.
Yes. Yes, that. That smarty pants. And she has this like weird sense of grief for someone that hurt her, which I think we can all relate to.
Yes.
But then she still has this rage. I don't know. She's like very just confused in this moment.
Which feels very real because Feyre is often very black and white. Which so like we all have those moments, but she is very just much that way a lot of the time. And I would agree that this is a moment where she is living in more of that gray ambiguity where you have conflicting feelings. And I think the reality is that the majority of us in this moment would have 100 different thoughts and feelings going through our head. So I agree. This is a moment of like deeper relatability.
Yeah. Aligned. But here's the key. She doesn't shrink. She stands tall and meets his gaze because she is not the meek girl he once knew. The girl he controlled. The girl he kept locked up like a pet in a pretty cage. Feyre Archeron has been remade and Tamlin is staring at the proof. Fuck you, Tamlin. And the question is immediate and devastating. How? How could he be working with Hybern?
Yeah.
Then Tamlin, in peak delusional High Lord fashion, tries to step closer to Feyre, like he has any claim over her. And Feyre simply is like, no. And that's all she says. Like, she's just no. Capital N-O in the book.
Period.
Yeah. And as Jessica reminded us previously, that is a full sentence.
Absolutely it is.
Sir. Feyre demands the truth, and all she can get out is, what have you done?
Oh.
He has done the worst because Tamlin doesn't just make a deal. He doesn't just compromise. He traded Feyre like property. He sold out Perithian. He gave Hybern access to walk his army straight through the Spring Court and destroy the wall. He handed the enemy the keys to the kingdom, all because he couldn't accept that Feyre left him. Which this TikTok, when that,
I was just singing.
Listen. And then he does something that makes my skin crawl. He holds out his hand to her, and Feyre describes it as, quote, like I was no better than a summoned dog.
Ooh.
Woof. Literally. That line is a knife. And the king of Hybern, smug, disgusting, delighted, informs Feyre that once she's back with Tamlin, her husband or husband-to-be, she will come to heel and do what she's told. She will work for him. She will help destroy the humans. And Tamlin, with his hands still held out like he's calling a pet to sit, says, quote, I'm taking you home, sir. Sir. The delusion is so aggressive it should qualify as a weapon. Feyre tries to force her power through the spell. She tries to reach RHYSAND's mind, but the spell is immovable. She, however, is not. So she takes a step back, and then the king announces he'll also break the bargain between Feyre and RHYSAND, because how could she be a proper little obedient pawn if she keeps flitting off to the night court every month?
Mm-hmm.
There is still a third piece to this bargain, if you can believe it. We'll get back to that. Tamlin is still operating under the belief that Feyre has been manipulated, tricked, seduced, and corrupted by the night court. I mean, I would like to be all those things. Like, come on. Which is honestly the most insulting part. Not that he's wrong about Rhys being seductive. He's definitely seductive. But because Tamlin refuses to believe Feyre could have made this choice for herself.
Yeah.
Like, he can't believe that she would choose someone else over him.
Right. I am also like, okay, that TikToker had a point in that like Tamlin thinks RHYSAND is evil and that she's been, you know, kidnapped and whatever. And like, yeah, she was illiterate a month ago, and then she sends him a letter being like, don't come for me. And she's been kidnapped with a mind controller. However, when Lucien runs into her in the woods, and she's like, she's very lucid. She doesn't speak to him like she's like this puppet who's under. She's like, you let me down. You didn't fight for me. Like she makes this.
And he recognizes that that's true in that moment.
I'm sorry, whatever. So like this whole that like Tamlin had no idea and thought she was completely under his sway. She does obviously, as we know, go on to like activate her Slytherin here in a moment or two. But but I don't buy that. No, I don't buy that he was like, I think he was unsure. And instead of like trying to figure it out, he just was like, fuck it, I want her back. So I'm just going to choose to believe that she was manipulated, even though there's got to be a voice inside of him going, what about Lucien? Like what Lucien told me. Like,
does he have so little regard for Lucien that he just like
maybe
doesn't give a
he's
fuck?
A friend of me. Like no.
I would not even say he's a friend of me. He's a dink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him. Anyway, in Tamlin's world, Feyre does not know choice. Feyre is chosen. So he commands her, quote, come home with me, period. Now, period.
Does he really say that?
Now is all caps.
Ew.
Gross.
Exactly. And Feyre, bless her restraint, doesn't flip him off. She just says no. Again, firm, final, like a door locking. And the contrast between these two males becomes even more painfully obvious. Tamlin commands, RHYSAND allows, and Feyre knows it. She feels it, and she tries a gentler way to get out from under the fists that clench around her power. So she tells the spell, quote, I am Fae and not Fae, all and none. I told the spell that gripped me, you do not hold me, as I am as you are, real and not. Little more than gathered wisps of power. You do not hold me. This is Feyre declaring ownership of herself. This is her refusing to be bound. This is her soul clawing its way out of every cage she's ever been put into. And just as Tamlin closes the distance to snatch her, Feyre disappears. She winnows. She gets her power back. Instead of like trying to, like Tamlin is all about like force and control. Yes. And that's what she was trying to do to the spell that Hybern had put on her.
Yeah.
With her power. But then she then she thinks about Rhys, who like allows and is like gentle. And so then she treats the spell like Rhys, and it like loosens and she's able to like use her magic.
Spellbreaker. That's her other one. Curse breaker, spellbreaker?
I don't know.
There's something like that.
Anyhow. Feyre disappears and Tamlin's face connects with Rhys's fist. Good. Tamlin is enraged. The king is laughing, not because Tamlin got decked, though honestly hilarious, but because he realizes the truth. Rhys and Feyre are mates. So in that moment, like...
he smells it.
Yeah.
Right?
He smells their bond. Yeah. Feyre looks Tamlin dead in the eye and tells him she's sorry, not for loving RHYSAND, but for hurting him. And it says on the page, like, she actually means this. Like, she does feel bad. And I mean, I think, well, like you said, two things can be true at the same time. She can feel bad, but also be angry.
Yep.
And this is why Feyre is better than most of the males in this book, because she can hold empathy and fury at the same time. We talked about this today, how women can, like, I mean, women. God, we're amazing.
True.
Yes. She can acknowledge what was real and still refuse to return to it. Tamlin, however, cannot accept it. He growls, demands to know what Rhys did to her. But before we can even finish gagging at that implication, the doors fly open, soldiers march in, and we come face to face with the 4 remaining queens. And Feyre doesn't even look at them. She is still staring at Tamlin like she could set him on fire with her eyes, and she spits. You spineless, stupid fool for selling us out to him. She pissed.
She is pissed.
The cauldron reappears in front of them like a nightmare crawling back into the room, and Feyre hears it whisper, quote, "Kill him, kill him, kill him."
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
The cauldron is vengeful, and I am here for it.
So, or is it alluding to something else?
Like what?
I don't know.
Who?
The cauldron.
I think the cauldron wants her to kill Tamlin.
I thought it wanted her to kill Hybern so that he could be free. Or yeah, the cauldron could be free of Hybern's
I thought
control.
she was mad at Tamlin.
I think the cauldron does.
Because then it says, and she snaps, she lunges, and then just like that, she feels the suffocating grip choking out her power again.
Yeah.
The king realizes what she is. The cauldron purrs, and Hybern drops the most disgusting line of the chapter, that Tamlin's bargain binds Feyre because he is her master.
Ew.
Master.
Disgusting.
Again, when Alice refers to him as master.
Master.
So
Yeah.
interesting. And Feyre, right there in the throne room of monsters, makes Tamlin a promise that is not a threat. It is a prophecy. Quote, "If you bring me from here, if you take me from my mate, I will destroy you. I will destroy your court and everything you hold dear." She is not playing.
Mm-mm.
She is not bluffing. She is not begging. She is warning him. And Tamlin, the idiot that he is, brushes her off, and then Feyre notices something being dragged to the center of the queen's guards. And there, gagged and bound, stand Nesta and fucking Elaine.
See, and I think he also wanted to take her away
Before the hot king brought them in.
Yes, before.
Tamlin?
Yes.
Tamlin didn't know. Tamlin and Lucian didn't know. We get into it. Yeah.
Did they not know
I
though?
thought
No,
did it.
they. No,
Oh, the queens did it.
the queens and
Right.
Hybern, but
Right. No, you're right. Yep.
it, well, and no, it was Ianthe. I don't know that the queens were involved. It was Ianthe.
Oh boy.
Chapter 65. Feyre is barely comprehending. She even tries to pinch herself, certain she must be having a nightmare. Her sisters are in dirty nightgowns. Elaine is sobbing. Nesta is panting and staring with wild eyes.
Tracks.
I was like, I'm very on brand.
Yeah.
Elaine's like, oh, and Nesta's like,
Hissing. They refer to Nesta as a viper. And
Do
then there's
they?
the Viper Queen.
Ooh.
Crescent City, I see you.
Oh. The king tells Feyre that when he realized she and the Court of Dreams were looking for the book, he decided to make Jurian his new liaison to the human realms. At these words, Feyre watches with disgust as the queens nod and smile at Jurian. Did you have any inkling about Jurian being a double agent before?
In this part?
Like at any point before it was revealed?
No.
Me neither. That was like, I did not see that coming at all.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good
King-
one, SJM.
Right? Yeah.
Wait.
Pulled the wool right over our eyes. King Hybern continues, saying that Jurian agreed to help him at a cost, the price of which we are not yet privy to. Okay, what is this cost? Do we ever learn what this is or what it was supposed to be?
Like, in my mind, it would be that the king would use the cauldron to turn Jurian back into a human. But, like, how could Jurian have asked for that when he's a finger bone and an eyeball?
Eyeball.
It's like Morse code with the finger bone.
The eyeball's like,
Like, in my mind, that's what it is. Like, he turned him back
Interesting.
human in exchange. Like,
for help.
I did this for you. Now you have to help me.
Okay. Then why? Because he says at one point, he's like, the price of which we have not. Like, I won't be discussing here. I'm like, okay, but I mean, if he's human and that's it, like, isn't that pretty obvious?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just
I
a
don't
weird
know.
moment.
No, I agree. In my mind, that's what it was. though.
Which would make sense, but then why not just say it?
Yeah.
Anyway. Jurian was right, the king says, to warn the queens against Rhysand, was right to tell them of all the monstrosities the High Lord of the Night Court was capable of. Hybern claims he has no intention of invading the continent.
Liar.
He wants to work with them, and to prove that, he had ensconced the human queen's courts with his magic, protecting them from the prying eyes of wicked Rhysand and his nefarious court. This is why Asriel couldn't find a way in. Here we have another example of how the mask that the Night Court has chosen to wear is backfiring on them. Right. The world thinks they're evil, and now that they're trying to show everyone they're not, nobody trusts them. Like, trust is such a hard thing, right? Like, I feel like you and I have talked about that, how you can have years and years of trust with someone, and then it can be broken in one moment and can take years to rebuild, if ever.
Yes, exactly. Can't put together a broken plate.
Feyre whirls on the queens, threatening slaughter if her sisters are not returned, and the king draws attention to it, asking the queens to notice the violent nature of the Night Court. They want death. He claims, wants to give life, and he'll prove it. The cauldron beckons. Eternal youth, maybe a high fae mate, but the queens hesitate, demanding proof of the cauldron's safety.
Oh boy.
And the king once again is happy to oblige.
Oh boy.
Quote, why did you think I asked my dear friend Ianthe to see who Feyre Archeron would appreciate having with her for eternity? Feyre is aghast. She looks at the king, at Tamlin, and he seems as shocked as she is as the king looks down at them smugly. Quote, I think the high priestess was waiting until your return to tell you. But don't you ever ask why she believed I might be able to break the bargain? Why she had so many musings on the idea? So many millennia have the high priestesses been forced to their knees for the high lords. And during those years, she dwelled in that foreign court. Such an open mind she has.
Oh,
once we
boy.
Staring at the camera.
Once I painted for her a portrait of a Prythian free of high lords, where the high priestesses might rule with grace and wisdom. She didn't take much convincing.
Shocker.
Ianthe was playing the long game.
Yeah.
Also, what are the chances there are more like her?
Lots.
Like this idea that we haven't seen really throughout this story a bunch, but again, it kind of goes back to like the children of the blessed, that there's these high priestesses and that they resent being not the most powerful, that they resent that it's the high lords and they want it to be them. I'm like, okay, so Ianthe, we all know, like, gets dealt with, but she's only one of how many? Anyway, it was interesting. Point. So yes, this is Hybern saying, because Tamlin's like, what have you done? What have you done? And he's like,
I love when they go in the basket together. Avi hates it. I know. Avi hates it. She's like, oh, why?
You see, is that nice and cozy? Oh, but then she kisses her. It's like, if you're going to be next to me, you must be clean. Fair.
Exactly. I mean, relatable.
Everyone stares in shock. Tamlin and Lucien, no exception. And Hybern continues on, saying Feyre's sisters will act as proof to the queens that the cauldron can turn them into fae, as long as they survive. Feyre goes to do something, anything, and as she goes to move, white, cruel power barrels through the room. Rhysand instantly leans over her and covers Feyre and asks, Cassian. Wow, I mean, not a terrible. Cassian covers Azriel. His wings become the shield and they bear the brunt of the magic until they are nothing but bloody shreds. So at this
I forgot how they got shredded.
Yeah, this. He goes to like protect Azriel and the magic like barrels through them. And then so Azriel, at this point now, Azriel's like has a hole in his chest that has like poison in it. And then Cassian's just got like shredded wings. Yeah. Oh, horrible.
Also the male friendship.
I know that he went to like protect his brother. Other. Yeah. In the chaos, Tamlin runs for Feyre, reaching for her. Feyre throws a dagger at him and narrowly misses. He tries again and she grabs another one and he's like, oh. Also, like, this is so gross that in this moment, Tamlin's move is not to like be like, okay, obviously this Hybern guy is I've made a bad call. He captured her sisters.
Double down.
Yeah. No, he doubles down. He's like, I'm gonna grab Feyre. Like,
Classic.
This is what I came for.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck. More lunges for Hybern, but freezes when she hears Azriel cry out as the king lashes him with his power. More backs away, and the king stares at her with hungry, devouring eyes, talking about what a prize she is. What a queen. It's this like very predatory, gross moment where the king is like he wants her.
I mean, everybody does.
Apparently. And she was coming for him, and like he's throwing like power, I don't know, throwing power at her, and she's just like, dodge. And then he like realizes Azriel and more. And so he uses hurting Azriel to like get her to stop. And then as she backs away, he's like, ooh, like what a prize you are. Like, oh, yeah. And calls her a queen. I know. Hybern tells the Court of Dreams that if any of them try to interfere with what is about to come, then Azriel will die. And then Elaine is dragged towards the cauldron.
Good.
Fine. Jaimee!
At least she's going first. Like if she dies, maybe they won't put Nesta in.
Stop! You're terrible.
Finally,
Elaine. All caps, bold, underline, Tamlin speaks up, asking Hybern to stop, saying that this was not part of their deal. And then when Hybern ignores him, he launches himself at the king, but Hybern leashes him with a collar and manacles. I instantly was like, alchemized, of magic, dragging him to the ground. Lucian joins him, surging for the throne, but he too is leashed to the floor. Nesta is fighting, roaring through her gag. Feyre begs Hybern, begs the queens, but to no avail. Gentle, sweet Elaine.
Stupid Elaine.
Goes into the cauldron, and Nesta's screaming fills the room. For long seconds, nothing happens, and then the cauldron tips over, and black water spills out, carrying with it a pale, glowing, pointy-eared, and alive Elaine.
Honestly, when I was just reading this, I thought it said, and bath water. Because it's the size of a bathtub.
Bathwater spills out.
Yeah, I was like,
eucalyptus oil. She's got some bubble bath.
But then I was like, no, she said black. And then I like read it on the page. I'm like, no, it says black.
No.
But in my mind, I was like, yeah, the bath water. That tracks.
Yeah, she had a little soak. No, it's like black water that's like smoking.
Yeah.
Ooh. Lucian snarls at the king, telling him not to just leave her on the floor, and suddenly his restraints are lifted, and he makes his way to Elaine, his coat in his hands to act as a makeshift blanket. Nesta is next. The cauldron rights itself, and Cassian, barely able to move, barely conscious, tries to move towards her, his hands
swoon,
and the shredded remains of his wings twitch. Nesta screams, claws, kicks, bucks. I'm sure she bit, but eventually they shove her in. Quote, teeth bared. Nesta pointed one finger at the king of Hybern. One finger, a curse and a damning, a promise. And as Nesta's head was forced under the water, as that hand was violently shoved down, the king of Hybern had the good sense to look somewhat unnerved.
She'd taken from that cauldron.
Whoa. Okay. Could Nesta, like this whole thing is kind of breezed over a little bit. As we know, Nesta goes into the cauldron and comes out a little bit more than just like, oh, she's high fae now. Like, she took from the cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the creator of the world.
Mm-hmm.
How was like a little old mortal Nesta like, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we think so? I was trying to think about how I think it's in Silver Flames. They go to visit an Illyrian war camp, and they call her a witch. They're all like, a witch, 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 witch. And she just goes, okay, like, sure. And leans into it. And this whole time I've been like, you know, something is different about Nesta. Like, what is it? You know, and she's so similar to her mother, and her mother really. And then I thought about Throne of Glass and how being a witch was always passed down through the daughters. And remind me if I'm speaking out of turn here, but not all of the children born were witchlings. Like, you could have a regular child as well, and it was the witchlings that were like special.
I feel like in my heart that is right. But
in my middle heart.
I can't be sure.
Sure. Okay. So then in my head, I'm like, is Nesta a witch? And is this part of like what makes her different? Why the glamour didn't work on her when Feyre came back from like over the wall? Like she was like, oh, what are you talking? Like Elaine's like, oh yeah, rich aunt. And Nesta's like, who? Like she goes into the cauldron. She like takes, you know, I'm like, this.
How very Manon of her to take from the cauldron.
Very, very. Anyway,
I mean, I could do with a witch in ACOTAR.
I could absolutely do with a witch.
I love a witch.
Yes. We love a witch.
Would you?
Look at me and my BFF, baby.
I know. Avi loves you.
She does. Look at Nick. She's like, hello.
Avi lets me pet her twice and then is like, that's enough.
It's because you don't sit on the couch.
So if I sit on the couch, we'll be friends?
Only if the TV is on. Then you can pet her.
Very specific requirement.
Then you can pet her for more than like a minute.
She's a diva. Again, the water laps, the cauldron tilts, and Nesta spills out. But she is, to our earlier point, different. Feyre can feel it. Before Nesta even takes her first breath, she can feel the power and rage spilling from her older sister.
Those are the two words I would use to describe Nesta.
Power and rage.
The bulk of the series.
Yes.
Power, rage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Often together.
Yes.
And then Nesta is up, barreling into Lucien, yanking Elaine out of his arms.
Oh, God
but
bless
Elaine
her.
doesn't answer her, just stares over Nesta's shoulder at ellipses Lucien. And Lucien stares back at her, eyes wide, and whispers, quote, "You're my mate." Okay. Can we both? Okay.
Okay, question. Okay, when Feyre becomes Fae, does she not feel the mating bond with Rhysand?
No.
Why?
Well, no, it's here. It's Lucien realizing they're mates, not Elaine.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Elaine stares at him.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is she feeling the mating bond too?
Well, this is why Elaine is such a question mark. Like,
I thought she was just like catatonic. She's just like
that's gonna be a good social clip.
Elaine sits. She belongs with Tamlin.
Okay, the Tamlin and Elaine mate theory. Like, to your point, Allie, Tamlin and Lucien could have shapeshifted before coming into Hybern. But then at the end of this, when they go back to the Spring Court, like, it feels very much like Tamlin is Tamlin and Lucien is Lucien. Because Lucien is like sus with Feyre. He's like, how'd you do it? Tamlin's like, it's fine. Everything will be different now. Like, it very much
Classic.
is. Yeah. So I don't know. But like, of course, it feels like it could be right with Elaine and her flowers and, you know, all of that.
Is there any way Lucien could end up as High Lord of the Spring Court?
I would vote for that.
Like, is there a way? Not really, no.
So I do have to say they described in Backor his eye is whirring around and it
Mad-Eye Moody.
Mad-Eye Moody. I know.
Why did they say that if that wasn't what they were trying to go for?
I know.
I love it.
Also, because isn't the eye special? Like, he can
he can see through glamours and stuff.
Like Mad-Eye Moody.
Right. But like, Elaine is also a seer. I feel like that's like a block towards like them actually being mates.
Yeah, maybe.
Like similar powers.
I think they are mates. Like, I like this theory that like secretly Elaine and Tamlin are mates, but I do think that Elaine and Lucien are mates.
Who will Tamlin mate with? Nobody. We can only hope.
Amarantha, remember there's that theory.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I actually kind of wish they were mates.
I know, me too.
I mean, maybe we'll find out. Then.
Oh, we would love to see our girl again.
Maybe she'll come back to life.
Bring her back.
She's been remade.
They just needed a finger bone and an eyeball, apparently. So
Right. She's still just like nailed to the wall in the cave.
Chapter 66. The king is smug. Now, would the queens like to try? Perhaps they too could end up with a handsome High Lord as their mate.
Wait. A High Lord as their mate? Elaine?
Oh, he might not have said High Lord. That could have, because I wrote this.
I was
It could
like,
have been like just a handsome.
I'm like,
Lord.
what? Does the king see
Yeah.
through? This is it. Allie, very correct.
You're right. It could have just
Correct.
been, right.
Okay, sorry.
The youngest queen steps forward. I mean, I can't blame you.
No, I'd be like, move out of the way. I'm next.
Boom, bitch, get out the way.
Exactly. And I would be running towards the cauldron.
Feyre's like very judgy. She's like, ugh. I'm like, okay. You already with your eternal youth. Like, get out of here.
And your High Lord, who's the most handsome, powerful High Lord of all time. Like, settle down.
Yeah.
Give the rest of us a chance.
Reese's voice rings out. A bargain, he proposes. And Feyre is horrified. Before he can continue, she thinks she cannot let him sacrifice himself for them again. Because, like, for sure, that's what he was about to do. Like,
forever the martyr.
So she comes up with her own plan. Without warning, Feyre hits the floor, sobbing, grabbing her hair. A flash of white, pure light explodes out of her. Day's pure light, a light of a curse breaker, a spell cleaver. That's it, spell cleaver. Yeah. She looks, searches the castle, finding every ward and protection, blares the light once more, and severs the wards.
Hell fucking yeah, she does.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Oh my God. This and the next part of the next book are like, oh, I just love her. Am I Slytherin?
Mm-hmm. Have you not ever done the Pottermore? No. That would be good bonus content. Jaimie does the Pottermore quiz.
Oh. What are you?
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hufflepuff.
Fiercely loyal, value compassion and fairness, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am.
What's it called?
Like Ravenclaw a little bit.
What's a Ravenclaw?
Raven?
No, I know what a Ravenclaw is, but like, what is their traits?
They're like very curious, intelligent. Yeah, their whole thing is like learning, solving puzzles. You are very curious.
I ask a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have questions.
But you are also the most brave person.
I was gonna say, she's like Ravenclaw, Gryffindor.
You're like the most like physically and emotionally brave person I have ever met in my life.
Stop.
I say it all the time about Jaimie.
Stop.
No, I do.
Go on.
Oh, little old me. So maybe yes, we should do the Pottermore quiz.
Sure. Pottermore quiz.
I love it. Okay.
Sorry.
So here,
we got off track.
Showtime is where the curtains are drawing. Feyre blinks, eyes wide, and stares at Tamlin, breathing his name reverently. She looks around her, seemingly confused, and then scrambles away from the court of nightmares, looking towards Tamlin. Quote, Tamlin, I managed to say again. Lucian's eyes widened as he stepped between me and Elaine. I whirled on the King of Hybern, where I again faced Rhysand. What did you do to me? I breathed low and guttural.
I have goosebumps.
Backing towards Tamlin. What did you do? And Rhys, onto his mate's game and ready to play his part, slides his hands into his motherfucking pockets, the face of nightmares once more, and asks, quote, how did you get free?
Give these two an Oscar! Wow!
I think I say that later. Feyre whirls to Tamlin, begging not to be taken, not to let Rhysand take her again. Quote, Feyre, Tamlin said softly, and I knew I had won. Rhys asks again, how did she get free? And Tamlin and Lucian watch her warily as she turns to a smiling, knowing Hybern and simply demands he break the bond. So Hybern's like sitting there just like loving the performance. Like he is on to her shit and it's just like, we'll see how this plays out. Like, sure, this is kind of fun.
I kind of love that.
Yeah. No, Rhysand can't help himself. Despite the ploy, even pretending to break their bond feels too frightening. Tamlin tells Hybern to go ahead and break it. The king points at Feyre, and suddenly she and Rhysand are both screaming, roaring, and then a loud crack sounds in Feyre's ears.
So he does actually break like the bargain bond, the month one.
Yes.
But we get into it. Chapter 67. Feyre faints. Rhys is on the ground panting when she comes to. Tamlin's reaction? To yank off her glove and see if her tattoo is still there. So she's like, was like sobbing, crying, in pain, like grabbing her, and then passes out. The first thing he does is he's like, let me see if it's still
I'll
there.
be the judge of that.
Oh, like this felt so just gross. Like I was like, fuck you. Like I feel like I've tried to have like understanding empathy for Tamlin, but like
I have not.
Gross.
That right?
No, because like so we can get into it.
We'll find out a little bit later.
King Hybern dismisses RHYSAND, saying he is free to go. Feyre stares at them. RHYSAND, Mor, Azriel, Cassian, silently saying goodbye, urging them to realize she has destroyed the wards. And it's motherfucking Mor who gets it first. She winnows to Lucian, slamming him away as she grabs Elaine and Nesta, and then all three disappear, followed instantaneously by Rhys grabbing Azriel and Cassian and winnowing them away. Oh, seriously. In that moment, yeah. Hybern is enraged. How did they get through the wards? And as he roars in fury, Feyre's mind is empty. Quote, there was only silence in my head, such silence where there had once been dark laughter and wicked amusement.
Oh, reason his wickedness.
I know. Lucian is beside himself, demanding Tamlin get Elaine back. So again, like this like would be quite a performance, I feel, but he really is acting like someone who has just found his mate and then had them yanked away. Like he's frantic. But Tamlin and Feyre ignore him. Poor Lucian.
They're like, that's nice. Anyways.
No one like even like looks at him. He's like, oh, so no. And they're all just like, okay.
Is he okay? Is he okay?
He doesn't go here. Feyre thanks Hybern. Gag. And then Hybern invites the queens to enter the cauldron. The king then demands to know where it is, the book. And his rage fills the castle as he realizes Feyre doesn't have it.
Because RHYSAND took it back.
Boom.
Suck it, Hybern.
Magic, sweetly scented like lavender, and the first bits of grass swirl around Feyre, Lucian, and Tamlin. And before they winnow away, Feyre looks to the king of Hybern and the mortal queens and says, quote, I will light your pyres myself for what you did to my sisters. Like, she is very honest with everyone. Like, to the queens, she's like, I'ma fuck you up. To King Hybern, she's like, I'ma fuck you up. Like, she's not
playing.
No, she's like, I'm coming for you.
Also, I will say that Tamlin does sound like he smells nice. Lavender and fresh grass.
Oh, delicious.
I'll give him that.
And like a fresh, like light spring breeze.
Yeah.
It smells, I mean, not like RHYSAND smells like a pigsty.
No.
Yeah. But yes, Tamlin sounds like he smells
I love the way Rowan smells.
What's wrong?
Because I smelled it.
Right. The other day we were hanging out.
It's pine and snow.
Oh, that's your favorite scents are fir, balsam and fir? Is that
like
right?
Christmas smells.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Rowan smells like Christmas.
We had just talked about it, and then I was like out and about, and there was a candle that was literally those scents, and you had was it a house or I don't know, you had some party, and I was like, I was so happy to give it to you because I was like, those are our favorite scents.
We still need Steph to make us candles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see her this weekend. I'll bring it up. Chapter 68. Taylor's version. RHYSAND's version. Rhys slams into the floor of the townhome. Amren instantly at Azriel and Cassian's side, swearing at the blood and gore and asking where Feyre is.
Oh,
it's like
Amren
the first
cares.
thing. She's like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Like, anyway. Mor appears a moment later, having deposited Elaine and Nesta at the House of Wind. Instantly, she is with Azriel, yanking out the arrow, her magic healing him. Amren demands again, where is she? Mor and RHYSAND give Amren the DL. When Mor tells our tiny ancient one that the king broke the bond between Feyre and Rhys, Amren is nonplussed. Impossible. And RHYSAND agrees, and the whole fandom breathes the loudest collective sigh of relief.
Totally. When I read that, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yes. Hybern broke a bond, but not the bond. He broke the bargain, but thought he'd broken the bond. Interestingly, it's Amren who instantly demands that RHYSAND go and get Feyre and bring her back. Like she says, she's like, that's your mate. What are you doing? Go get her. Like, it's just very, it's fascinating. Rhys refuses. Quote, weren't you listening to what Feyre said to him? She promised to destroy him from within. Mor's face paled, her magic flaring on Azriel's chest. She's going into that house to take him down, to take them all down. She is now a spy with a direct line to me.
Oh my God. I said it like 8 times. I love this part. I am stoked for the next book.
I know, me too. Again, Amren practically jumps down Rhysand's throat, hissing at him, demanding he go get Feyre. But Rhys says no. He knows that his curse breaker does not need to be rescued and doesn't want to be rescued. After all, she is now the High Lady of the Night Court. And this court is shocked. They're all like, what? Rhys tells them he swore her in last night. High Lady, not consort. High fucking Lady. Having dropped this proverbial bomb on his court, they ask him, what's next? What do they do while they wait for Feyre to dismantle the spring court from the inside out? Quote, until then, I said, staring toward the door as if I might see her walk through it, laughing and vibrant and beautiful. We go to war. Chapter 69.
In this moment, I do love that no one like questions if she'll be able to do it. They aren't like, oh, do we need to like, they're
Help
just
her.
like, they're like, oh yeah.
Like, all right, if that's the plan, let's make it happen.
So we're just going to wait until Feyre does that.
Yeah.
But none of them are like,
no.
Can she, will she?
Yes.
What if? They're
No.
just like, oh yeah, okay.
Amren is like pissed and wants her back, but I don't think it's like a get her back because she's in, you know what I mean? Like they all know she's competent.
Amren likes when Feyre's violent.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, Amren loves violence.
Amren is violence.
Yes. Yes.
Chapter 69. Back to Feyre's POV. Happy to be back, but always sad to say goodbye to our favorite High Lord. They land in front of the manor, the property and lands of the spring court so silent compared to the hustle and bustle of the townhome. Feyre gets ready for her Oscar, saying through tears that she thought she'd never see it again. As Feyre stares at Tamlin, hatred burning in her chest and adoration in her eyes, she sends a loving stroke down the bond towards Rhysand. Lucian is unconvinced. He asks Feyre how she broke free of Rhysand, and he and Feyre stare at each other unflinchingly. She doesn't know. She just did it. This feels like lazy to me a little bit.
Did you not think of something?
Yeah, it feels a little bit like, I don't know. I read this and it felt a bit like a cop-out. Yeah. And Lucian is kind of just like, like
Lucian thinks she's sus.
Yes. When Tamlin asks if Feyre is hurt, she stammers, saying she doesn't remember. And Lucian narrows his eyes. Oh, there you are, little fox. We've missed you. Tamlin tells Feyre to rest, saying he needs to go deal with Ianthe. And Feyre says, no, she wants to help this time. But help how? Feyre's inner dialogue gives us a sneak peek. Quote, help lead you in the wrong direction. Help bring you and your court to their knees and take down Jurian and those conniving, traitorous queens, and then tear Ianthe into tiny, tiny pieces and bury them in a pit no one can find. Slytherin mode activate.
I am so excited. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Tamlin agrees, and Feyre slips her arm through his as they make their way to the manor. She smiles sweetly at Lucian, who watches her with unbridled suspicion. Final quote. And so, Tamlin unwittingly led the High Lady of the Night Court into the heart of his territory. Finn.
Amazing. I loved it. I love what's coming next too. I honestly cannot wait. Like when she also tries to hit on Lucian, I'm just like,
so.
I'm like, this is amazing. Everything about Vengeful Feyre is amazing.
I agree 100%. And it is in keeping with her character.
Agreed.
Like, she's a badass. Did we not forget that when she was in the Mortal Lands, she was like starving and freezing and hunting wolves in the like, having had no training. No one taught her how. She's just like, okay, I'll try.
I guess this is my job now.
Yes, like she's a fucking badass. Like,
agreed.
This should not have surprised people that this was inside of her. She took on the Midgard worm. Like,
I feel like Tamlin, it tracks though, because he underestimates her at like every turn. Every turn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fucker.
Fucker.
Hot takes, theories, and thirsts.
Oh, we've got a few.
Yes. The proposal. Okay, so I do love the proposal.
It's not romantic.
No.
It's like funny.
Like, I really, really, really wish he would have got down on one knee. Call me like a sucker or traditional or whatever. But like, I mean, should be no surprise. Yeah. Men on their knees. My favorite thing in romanticism.
That and the tear licking.
And the licking, yes. If he could have just been on his knees licking her as he proposed, that would have been my dream.
I mean, that sounds like a great dream. I'm with you. I'm married for
as soon as I was going to say it and then it was going to come out, I was not going to say that. And then I was like, no, I'll say it.
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, like I liked the proposal, but I could have like, could have been.
Yeah, I agree. Know. It was very just like, meh, whatever.
So I guess we'll get married then?
Right. And again, that was like also, we didn't get a wedding. Like,
no.
That, this whole like that.
You and I love a good wedding.
I love a wedding.
Yeah. Allie?
Oh, Allie, do you have a hot take, a theory, or a thirst? I mean, you were
No, I meant like her wedding.
Can we be
seeing that soon or what?
I'm very excited for that eventuality. We'll see. Lucas.
And then I can honestly say that I never thought about what Jurian and Hybern looked like, but I literally like the Bat Boys are like cemented in my mind. Like when we were like talking about Cassian with we were like, no, he has black hair. We're like, no,
you're wrong.
They're like, but no,
no, that's not.
But like Jurian and Hybern, I'm like, do they even have faces? Like,
right?
What do they even look like? Who cares?
Yes, but then the female villains again, like the Viper Queen, and then like Amarantha, like vivid in my mind.
Yes. The Weaver.
Yeah.
The Weaver.
Yeah, I agree. The male villains are just not as compelling.
On purpose, I'm sure. So Hybern's dais is made of emeralds, which interestingly enough are associated with spring.
Oh, and her engagement ring when she was engaged to Tamlin was an emerald. Interesting.
Okay. Also, Cleopatra famously loved emeralds, using them to showcase her power and symbol of eternal life. Which, I mean, makes sense for him to have his throne on a dais.
Yes.
SJM never does anything like by accident. So... No. I always find it interesting, like the gems and like the stuff she talks about, flowers and different things. And like, I don't always mention them in this, but like when I read about it, I'm like, oh, it makes so much sense.
Yes.
Yeah. The emerald ring. I mean, can we get any good engagement rings in this, like in these series?
I don't mind the emerald engagement. I like an emerald, a sapphire, or a ruby. I'm like, I think for an engagement ring, the royals do that, and I love them. I think those rings are beautiful. Diana's ring?
Yeah.
And even, what's her name? Megan. Megan's ring, which is an emerald, or is it a ruby?
I don't know what her ring is.
No, I think it's just Diana's old. No, it's a ring from their family. It's an heirloom. It's not a new ring.
No, but it's not a diamond. It's like a... Yeah,
are you sure? I think it is.
Let's see. Let's fact check it. I was pretty sure it was another like semi-precious.
Because Kate got Diana's engagement ring, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, thank God.
Oh, what's the...
Was it a diamond?
Looks like it.
Oh, never mind. Jaimee on the gem watch. She knew.
Look at her.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not obsessed with any of these rings. I'm not like, I want them. But I don't mind the emerald one. I gotta say, Feyre's ring, pearl and sapphire. Pearl, I would beg to differ that it does not belong in a ring,
but what it stands for makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
we talked about the whole Lucian, is he actually Elaine's mate thing? I'm not going to get into this too much because I don't want to do any spoilers, but what I would like to revisit with you after you finish book 1 of Crescent City is this moment of white light with Feyre. I want to, we'll loop back to it. Doesn't like spoil anything, but how did the Night Court know? Like, how did Moore know that she had broken the wards, do you think? Because she does it
Could she sense it?
Like, does Moore have Daimati?
No.
Could she, maybe like, her truth-telling?
Maybe that's part of it.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's her secret weapon.
Because throughout that whole section, Feyre's like, come on, guys, like, get it. And I'm like, how are they supposed to get it? Like,
because Feyre can go into their minds.
She can't. She couldn't in that. Like, Hybern has a his like magic has like a block on that they can't. But if she broke the ward, but maybe it must be a separate thing because she says she can't like talk back and forth with them. She can't even talk to Rhys like in that moment.
Maybe it's just a girl thing.
Just a girl thing.
Feyre's like, and Moore's like, we must go.
Honestly, yes. Like the number of times you and I are in like a meeting and there's just like a little look and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what she was thinking.
Like maybe it's just girl.
Okay, let's go.
Sister speak.
Right. I love it.
Okay.
I also thought like Amren's very furious reaction to Feyre not being there. I was like, is there some backstory with Amren about like someone she loved being left behind or something that maybe we'll get? Because her reaction is very intense. Like she's like, where is she? Where is she? And Rhys is like, she's there. It's okay. And she's like, no, that's her mate. Go get her. Like,
was it because remember how Amren says to Feyre, like he was a ghost when he came back, and like so she was like very concerned, and then she's like, no, we're lucky to have him. And now that like he's so happy, she's like
worried that if
the
they
fuck
lose,
RHYSAND.
That's a good point. Maybe that is it. Amren sees the bigger picture and like obviously cares about Feyre, but is like, if we lose Feyre, we lose RHYSAND, really. Good point.
Which, I mean, we talked about that before, like being so reliant on
that if you lose your person, you're no longer like, able to. Okay, before we wrap, we should rate.
Yes.
Okay.
It is so hard for me to pick between 2 and 5. But I feel like 2 is my number 2.
5 is your number 1 right now?
Maybe.
Did that change from when we last ranked them?
I think it
remember.
Might have.
I think at the end of book 1 we ranked them all. I think you said book 2 was your favorite. And now on a reread, it's interesting that it's actually moved into the second spot. Okay, 5.
Maybe because like Feyre and RHYSAND's relationship like progresses throughout the next books, obviously.
Yeah.
And like it gets a bit like wah-wah.
Yeah, it totally
but like
does.
Cassian is not wah-wah.
No.
He is like the opposite of wah-wah.
Yeah.
He is like vroom vroom. I don't know. Whatever it is.
He's a Mazda.
He is a freight train.
No, Lucian is beep beep.
Yeah. What about you?
I think, where is it going to sit for me? I think it's still got to be my number 1 because it was I liked book 1, especially at the end under the mountain. I was like, I'm having so much fun. Book 2 was the one where I was like, I'm obsessed. Like,
book 2 is epic.
It
has so many, like, I cried twice when we were recording. Like, okay. Like, it has some epic stuff happen in it.
Yeah. I think I have to say it's my favorite because, it was probably when I texted you to be like, you must read these books. It was when I probably bought the whole series instead of just bought like one at a time to see. Like, it was what got me. I love Silver Flames. I even am like, I'm excited for Wings and Ruin, more excited than I thought I would be. And I liked it, but I'm really excited. But I think I have to say at this point, I'm putting Mist and Fury in my number 1.
Yeah. I guess like in my mind, RHYSAND gets a little bit like
vanilla.
Yeah. And Cassian is like, nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
He is spicy pinto bean.
He is. God bless him.
Yeah. And we're all so happy for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Are you ready to wrap?
I guess.
Woo!
And that, babes, is where A Court of Mist and Fury leaves us. Not with closure, not with peace, but with Feyre Archeron walking into the spring court like a loaded weapon in a pretty dress. Mated, furious, freshly traumatized, and prepared to smile politely while she plans his downfall.
So next episode, babes, we begin A Court of Wings and Ruin.
Book 3!
Woo! And if you thought Mist and Fury was the horny, emotional support book of the series, Wings and Ruin is the war crime. So get ready for vengeance.
We want to hear from you as we continue to build this little corner of our world and fall in love as we dive into fantastical worlds, fabulous folklore, and fine males and men. Follow us at A Court of Books and Babes Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and click the subscribe button. While you're at it, please take 5 minutes to rate and review our podcast on Apple or Spotify and share it with all the babes in your life.
Until next time,
Stay bookish, babes.